So let's recap the roster. We lost to Boston in the first round. Chandler Stevenson, Sidney Crosby, Jonathan Marchessault, Riley Smith, Lars Eller, Chris Kreider, Michael Bunting, Alex Turcotte, Brian Rust, Jesse Puljujarvi, Jansen Harkins, Matt Nidio, Carlson, Carlo, Wallman, Chikrin, Pettersson, Benning, and then in net, we have got Allmark and Nedeljkovic. Nedeljkovic. We will head into the draft here. Crosby is a free agent. We have to re-sign him. That's the whole challenge, is winning a Stanley Cup with Crosby before he calls it a career. Let's see if we can get him for another 2 years. We got 2 years to make this happen. Chikrin, let's see if we can get him at 9.5. I think I'm gonna move on from Smith and Eller, and we're going to re-sign Allmark. So Riley Smith and Eller are gonna go. Where did we trade Malkin? We actually traded him to Boston for Allmark. Sharon Govich is out there. This will be a very interesting offseason for us. Let's go into the draft. Allmark is back. Chikrin is back. Crosby is back. The core. Malkin's contract and our goaltending situation did not set us up in a good situation. Few retired players. Now, if Crosby retires, he didn't. So nobody we really have to worry about there. Let's go to the draft. We'll view the draft class because New York actually wants out of that first pick. James Higgins. Our scouts suck. Our scouts apparently are terrible. There's a gem. So let's see what New York actually wants for that first. Maybe we hit a home run here. Nope, can't do that one. Let's see if they'll take something else other than Sidney Crosby. I can't trade Crosby when it's a win with Crosby challenge. I can take on some cap. I'll have to add something here though. The rights to Riley Smith. Didn't think that was gonna work. Well, the whole challenge is to win with Sidney Crosby, so I cannot trade Sidney Crosby. Defeats the purpose. So Riley Smith, we aren't going to re-sign. 6 and a 7. A third? Celebrini. We could get... It's not that Celebrini. It was the Islanders, but I want to trade him out of the division or out of the conference or whatever. So not Buffalo. Winnipeg is in the West. False. Elite high 79. That's fine. This is going to be interesting. Grab that third round pick. Jacob Chikrin, we're going to re-sign. I thought we re-signed. Did we re-sign? Yeah, we re-signed him. Lars Eller, I don't think I'm going to bring back. Nobody wants him. Awesome. I think I'm going to move on from Erik Karlsson. Got to find a team who wants him, who can actually bring him in cap-wise. I'm not trading him to Edmonton. Edmonton has been a wagon lately. New Jersey Devils. Who do you have that I can steal from you? What if it's a Dawson Mercer? Does Dawson Mercer fit? I like Dawson Mercer. He doesn't fit. I don't know if that's it. I want centers. I want forwards. I'll take Mercer and Holtz. All right, so our first pick is not till 156. We have made a few roster moves here. Ooh, 81 overall. Sim options. Let's just go to our pick. Because there was a gem in that area. I don't think they'll be around anymore. They are around. Let's just take the gem. Make pick. Elite low, 69. Nice. Sim options. Sim entire draft. We'll view contracts. All expiring. Pettersson wants 4.9. I'm gonna try 4.5. Eller's gone. Holtz is RFA. And again, at this point, we're just looking for roster players. Neil Bemstrom. Postinin. We'll give you the lowest. Ludwig is 24. This is the tedious part of this game. Just re-signing. John Gruden, coach. That is the Matt Rempe. We have some of our first round draft picks from the past couple of years that might be ready to make that jump. Interesting. Bad time to say interesting is when I'm yawning, right? I don't think I'm gonna... Yeah, I'm not gonna re-sign these guys. Let's go to unsigned. Silyev is still not quite there at 19, which is fine. Mershov is there too. Not quite there yet. So advanced day to re-sign some coaches. All my coaches have got good relationships with Sid the kid. Sid the oldest kid. Why am I adding to scouts? They're just gonna re-sign. Holtz is in. Rempe's in. Nidio. Harkins. Pettersson. Puljujarvi. Bemstrom. Ludwig. O'Connor. Weber. Oh boy, that's Weber. Zohorna. Demorokov. Kopanen. Gautier. Kajkovic. Svejkovsky. Pustinin. John Gruden. All right, let's go to free agency. I think we got everybody. Not really thrilled with the job, but I'm still going to take it. Probably the dumbest part of this game. I like Sharon Govich. He's going to cost us a pretty penny to bring him in. Win one more with Jamie Benn. That is an interesting turn at Albuquerque I did not expect. Sharon Govich is in. Right away. Bang. Jamie Benn went to the Flames. You son of a bitch. Defensive pairing 1, 2, none. Don't know. 2. I'm not really seeing anybody else that I want to bring in. Centers, we got Crosby, Stevenson, Komarov, Turcotte is fine. Kreider, Bunting, Sharon Govich, Nidio, and Harkins. So we're good at forward. We need a defenseman. Now the question is, do I want to bring in an old guy? Could bring in an Ethan Bear, who seems to be kind of the best fit if we want to. Yeah, it's going to have to be Ethan Bear. He went to Nashville. We're going to have to gamble. Try Olimata too. 30's not that bad. Let's see how that works out. Roster is not full. I mean, it is kind of full. But I do need a defenseman. Do I? We could bring up Jake Rathbone. You know what? Let's see how this works. Let's gamble. Why not? Sim to next season. See how this all works out. How this all shakes down. Let's edit lines. Kreider, Crosby, Marchessault. I was kind of thinking maybe moving on from Jonathan Marchessault and seeing that he doesn't fit the top 2 lines all that great. That might actually become a thing. Kreider fits the second line better. Check defense really quick. I don't necessarily hate that. Offense, Kreider. I need a first line winger, because I don't think it's Bunting or Holtz. And Kreider doesn't want to play up there. Stevenson actually does work. I don't hate that. I don't necessarily like it, but I don't necessarily hate this. I'm going to take a look really quick at the trade block. See if there is that second line forward named Troy Terry. Fits forward line 3. Good to know. Nick Schmaltz, forward line 3. Boston's not moving anything. The Rasmus. Freddie Anderson. It's not Josh Anderson. Dougie. Chabot. I mean, Claude might be in that discussion of top 2 lines. I've got a soft spot for Andrei Kuzmenko. I don't know if he's the move here, though. Jared McCann. Let's go to Seattle. First, Brennan Carlo in a second. Wallman, so they want defensemen. They're going to want defensemen. I don't want to move defensemen. Let's see if there's anything in that range that I could move. Pickering is not developing. I got to send him a body. It isn't that far off, game. You have a measuring stick at the bottom there. How are you rejecting this now? Seriously? Thank you. Traded some of our future. We only really have 2 years. Basically, we re-signed Crosby for 2 years. So, and let's just find a trade for Rust, and then we'll move into the season number 3. Trying to win a Stanley Cup, one more Stanley Cup with the man, the myth, the legend. Nobody wants him. Sidney Crosby. That would help. We just picked up Brady Shea. So who's the odd man out now? You basically are a third defensive pairing on this squad if you shoot right-handed. I love it. Jake Rathbone can go back down. And then we can move forward. Here we go. Season number 3. We will sim to the trade deadline. Got to get out of this win one, lose one. That'll do. That'll work. Wagon. And then we go on a losing streak. Got to get them out of our system though, right? Can't win them all. The Oilers are at 79 points. We're at 66. The Oilers are a problem. We do hit 40 wins before the trade deadline again this season. Season 1, we just basically made it to 40 wins at the end of the season. Last season, we got there before the trade deadline. Chabot, not working. The Rasmus is going to cost us McCain, Kreider, Shea, or Stevenson. Bontour? No, we don't want Eric Carlson. We don't want John Carlson. We might want Noah Hannafin. Owen Pickering is not going to make this squad anytime soon. Let's see what Hannafin brings. Is he right-handed? Or is he left-handed? He is left-handed. He fits this squad perfectly. Hannafin might be something. Hannafin might be something to keep our eye on. Atherson, Petrangelo, Anderson, Dougie. There's nothing there. Claude Giroux went down to an 84. Hannafin's still out there. Patrick Laine, top goalie prospect. We do not have, but they're not really looking for a lot either. Silyev is probably going to make this squad next season. Komarov, I think, is on our 4th line. How am I over on cap? I don't get this game. The math is not mathing. Well, we have got Patrick Laine. Now, did that screw us on Noah Hannafin? Probably. Laine in Pittsburgh would be disgusting. Could you imagine? Okay, so we're going to have to get super creative here. I don't want to give up a first this early. But if you know me in franchise, it's all about giving up the first round draft picks in the future. We've hit 40 wins by the trade deadline in the last couple seasons. Come on, game. This is a make or break. We've got 2 seasons and they don't want that. Come on. If we were to do this backwards, let's reverse engineer this and hope that it's available, that Noah Hannafin's available when we're done. I don't want Matt Dumba. I don't know why I went back. 2 seconds to Edmonton. Edmonton's such a wagon in this timeline right now. Because Barry Kapanen. 2 seconds from Tampa. A second and third from Winnipeg is maybe what I'm going to take here. 2 seconds from Edmonton would be great, but they've won the last 2 Stanley Cups. I don't want to make them any better. Okay, does that make this easier? Noah Hannafin. No trades found. You wanted... We're going to give up Owen Pickering. Do I give up on Siliev here? I have a feeling he will make the squad next season. He will be a cheap contract. I think I can get rid of Bunting in this. I don't want to give him my first just yet, if I don't have to. Okay, so they will take that. Will they take a third instead of the second? They will. Will they take a fourth? We're gonna add Noah Hannafin here, as long as we don't, like, mess around here. Okay, so this needs to be the third. We've added Noah Hannafin. I'm gonna get out of here before we do too much more damage to the squad. We almost have too much firepower at this point. We almost have too much. We never look at our power play or penalty kill. We never look at our special teams. I don't like that -2, but I don't think that there's much that I want to do outside of. Shoots left, shoots left, shoots left, shoots left. Let's go. I think this is what I'm going to run with, and we'll move Rathbone back down. We don't want the morale to be absolutely shot. I think we were sitting at about a 75. Yeah. So the lines as they stand, like I said, we're almost at a just absolute riches here. Jared McCann, Sidney Crosby, Jonathan Marchessault, Dawson Mercer, Chandler Stevenson, Chris Kreider, Igor Sharangovich, Alex Turcotte, Alexander Holtz, PRV, Nidio, Patrick Laine. I am almost regretting picking up Patrick Laine, that we can't actually use him any higher than where he is. He's left wing center, and he doesn't really improve anywhere else. And then on defense, we're at Chikrin, Hannafin, Shea, Wallman, Benning, and Pedersen, with Linus Ullmark and Nedeljkovic as our goaltenders. Let's see. Let's see how this all shakes down. God, the Oilers are at 122. We've locked up a playoff spot. We've locked up our division, and we've locked up the conference. I don't know why we don't have the Z. Anyways, we finish with 113 points, 54 wins, 23 losses, 5 overtime losses. Your leading scorer for the squad, Sidney Crosby, 96 points. He is still going strong. 45 and 51, Jacob Chikrin, your second leading scorer on the squad. Holtz on this team, we brought him in. 56 points in 82 games. Jared McCann. We brought him at the beginning of the season. 53 points in 82 games. Dawson Mercer we brought in. Brady Shea, 49 points in 82 games. Patrick Laine, 9 points in 20 games. That's about right compared to where he was with Columbus, even though we've got him. His shooting percentage went up, which is good to see. We'll take a look at goalies really quick. Linus Ullmark, 45 wins, 19 losses, 910, 283. Nedeljkovic, not really pulling his weight as the backup. A 901, 285. Not terrible, but not great. We will head to the playoffs. Season number 3. And we take on the Boston Bruins again. What does Boston look like this season? Marchand, Malkin, Pasternak, DeBrusk, Pavel Zacha, Frederick, Heinen, Coyle, Geeky, Lassell, Philip Deneau down on the 4th line. Thomas Tatar with him there. Hari, McAvoy, Peak, Lindholm. They brought in Tyson Barrie and Will Borgen. Schmorgan. Schwayman still there as their starter. So no real major changes for them this season. A lot of major changes for us. We did get 9 more wins than they did. We are on an 8-2 streak. They're on a 5-4-1 streak. The rules stay the same. 2 losses in a row. We mess with the lineups. There's not much I can do with this roster. I think I kind of have to do this. We are down 2-0. We're down 3-0. 2 overtime losses in a row. We're in a situation again where we're going to have to reverse sweep. We got 2 wins on Boston last season. They've got 2 goals in the first period on us this season. DeBrusk and Pasternak. Chris Kreider responds in the second. Stevenson responds in the third. Wallman on Schwayman. Pasternak ties it up on the power play. Wallman with a shorthanded goal. Pasternak takes the lead With 10 to go in the third, we have the firepower. They just have the better goaltender in Schwayman. We got swept in the first round. I think we only have one season left to win one with Sidney Crosby. Toronto Maple Leafs, fantastic. Alexander Ovechkin retires. I think we are very close to the end of Sidney Crosby's career.